Why don't skeletons fight each other? Because they don't have the guts. We have another 4 to make. Hey, welcome back everybody to another great video. And today we're going to be doing laser engraving on slate. Now, not just any slate, coasters. And this is a great gift that you can give to people. It works well in bars, works well in homes, and the engraving just has this nice white popping contrast, which is fantastic. We're going to be using the xTool S1 today, which is one of many laser machines from MaxLaser, and this is in our hobby laser range. And yeah, the theme for the coasters is going to be dad jokes, but not just any dad joke. It needs to be the most awful, terrible dad jokes that you can find. So let's get to it. Let's go check out the designs and let's go make these dad joke coasters. Start by opening xTool Studio on your desktop. Once xTool Studio is open, click the plus icon in the top left corner to start a new project. Next, select AI Make in the bottom left corner. Once it's loaded, select Engraving at the top, since we'll be engraving on slate. AI Make provides a range of engraving examples you can browse through and choose from. In our case though, we already had our own idea in mind. Here's where the fun comes in. We're going to prompt AI Make with Father's Day coasters, dad jokes. Before AI Make generates the overall slate design, we first need to give it the exact joke text we want to use. Why don't skeletons fight each other? Because they just don't have the guts. Within seconds, AI Make generated an image of a skeleton that matched the joke. If AI Make generates a design you're not happy with, you can simply reprompt it. In our case, we like this generated image, so click the download button on the image to load it into the software. Because slate produces such a strong contrast when engraved, I wanted to keep the designs relatively simple. Bold artwork, readable text, and enough detail to make the engraving interesting. Slate is a really interesting material to laser engrave because we're not cutting deeply into the stone. The laser affects the surface and creates that light mark against the dark slate. Before engraving, I'm making sure the surface is clean and free from dust or oils, because anything sitting on the surface can affect the consistency of the engraving. If you forgot to save your project, don't worry. Go to My Space in the bottom left corner, then select Projects. This is where xTool Studio keeps your previously generated AI Make images. Find the image you want, open it, then choose Add to Current Project and click Confirm. It will then load back into your workspace. Now that it's loaded, head over to Unknown Material and click the picture icon. Here, we need to tell the software what material we're using. There are several options to choose from, but for this project, select Stone, then choose Rockstone. Choosing Rockstone automatically gives you recommended settings. For this project, we're only going to change the power to 30% while keeping the speed at 180 millimeters per second and the pass at 1. These are the settings that worked for this particular slate with the 40-watt S1, so I'd always recommend doing a small test before engraving your finished piece. If you look just below Rockstone, you'll see an icon that looks like a ruler with an A. This is the autofocus control. Select it, and as the laser head moves during autofocus, you'll see the red crosshair move in xTool Studio at the same time, showing you the laser's position inside the machine. Autofocus sets the correct focus height, while marking tells xTool Studio where the slate is positioned. Both help set up the slate accurately. Now, let me show you how to mark the processing area using the Mark Processing Area tool in xTool Studio. Click the flag icon just below Material to open the Mark Processing Area window. There are 4 shape options to choose from, but because we're working with a round slate, select Circle, then click Start Marking. There are 3 marking points to set, point 1, point 2, and point 3. We'll set them manually using the machine, starting with point 1. Once you're happy with the position of point 1, press the power button on the machine to confirm the marking point in the software. Repeat the same process for point 2 and point 3. Once all 3 marking points are in place, click End Marking, then select Done. Once I'm happy with the positioning, I'll frame the design to make sure everything sits inside the coaster. Click Framing in the bottom right corner. That's come out really nicely. Look at the detail we've managed to keep around the skeleton here, and even the smaller text is really sharp. The engraving quality is very good. Fine lines are coming through particularly well. One thing I'm noticing is how consistent the contrast is across the different pieces. The engraving is staying really clean here, especially around the smaller details and edges. And on the final coaster, the detail and contrast are still holding up really well, giving us a sharp, consistent finish across the full set. Alright, so there we have it. 5 of the most terrible dad jokes and some pretty good looking coasters. And this is the reason why I wanted to engrave on slates, because it just comes out so well. Like, it's got such good contrast, it's got a nice pop, the engraving detail is there, and we did it on the xTool S1, which is fitted with a diode laser. And in my previous videos I have mentioned that diode laser strength is engraving, and it just didn't disappoint. Now, why did the Scarecrow win an award? because he was outstanding in his field. So terrible, but also so good.